Greetings everyone. Welcome back to my YouTube channel where I help students prepare for external examinations like IGCSE, WAEC, and checkpoints. Today we're going to be looking at a topic that you can find in both IGCSE and WAEC, and that's coordinate geometry. But we're only going to be taking questions from the IGCSE past papers. So let's get started. Question 1. A line L joins point F 3, 2 and point G minus 5, 4. The first question says we should calculate the length of line L. So let's go. L will be equals to the square root of y2 minus y1 all squared plus x2 minus x1 all squared. So L equals to the square root of 4 minus 2 all squared plus minus 5 minus 3 all squared. So the length L equals to 4 minus 2 square is 4 and minus 5 minus 3 is minus 8. Minus 8 square is 64. So this is going to give us square root of 68. You can get your calculator to confirm the answer. The square root of 68 should be 8.25. 8.25. So L equals to 8.25. And the second question, find the equation of the perpendicular bisector of line L in the form y equals to mx plus c. Now there are two things that have been said here. The first one is talking about the fact that the two lines are perpendicular, while the other one is talking about the fact that it passes through the center. That's the meaning of perpendicular bisector. So we need to ask ourselves, what is the condition for perpendicularity? When do we say that two lines are perpendicular? So the condition for perpendicularity is m1, m2 is equals to minus 1. What does that mean? It means that the product of the gradients must give minus 1. So we're going to have our gradient. We need to find m1. Remember, we're given the point up there, so we get the point. That gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. So the gradient is y2 is 4. 4 minus 2 over minus 5 minus 3. So the gradient would give us, the gradient here would give us 2 over minus 8, and that's minus 1 over 4. So the gradient of the next one, of the second line, would be 1 minus 1 over minus 1 over 4, and that's going to give us 4. So y equals to 4x plus c. Now we need to find the value of c, which is the intercept. For us to find the intercept, we need to find the coordinate of the point the line is passing through. Now since the line is passing through the midpoint, that's the meaning of the bisector here. It's passing through the midpoint. So we need to find the midpoint. The midpoint is x1 plus x2 over 2, y1 plus y2 over 2. So this is going to give us x1 plus x2. Go back to the coordinates. We have x1 is 3 and minus 5 as 3 minus 5 over 2, the other one is 2 and 4. 2 plus 4 over 2. So this is going to give us minus 2 over 2, 6 over 2. So the midpoint is minus 1, 3. So we're going to substitute this into this equation so that we can find the value of our c. So y is 3 now. This is 3 equals to 4 into bracket minus 1 plus c. This is 3 plus 4 equals to c, and c is 7. So our final answer would be y equals to 4x plus 7. I hope that is clear. So move to the next point question. Question 1C says a point H lies on the y-axis such that the distance GH is 13 units. Find the coordinates of the two possible positions of H. So for the points to lie on the y-axis simply means that the coordinates of that point on the y-axis will be 0, y. That's for the point. While the coordinates for G has been given to us before, G is minus 5, 4. And the distance between these 2 points has been given to us, and the distance is 13 units. So we're going to use our formula for calculating distance between 2 points, which is also the same thing as the length of the line, which we did here, the length of the line. So the formula is y2 minus y1 squared plus x2 minus x1 squared equals to, we're given our answer as 13 now. So y2 is, this is x1 y1, x2 y2. So y2 is y minus 4 all squared plus x2 is minus 5 minus 0 all squared equals to 13. Remember your square root sign. So from here, I'm going to remove the square root. Let me change the color. I'm going to remove the square root sign here, and move it to the 13. So by the time it gets to the 13, it becomes a square. So y minus 4 squared plus minus 5 squared is going to give us 25 equals to 169. That's 13 square. This side moves to this side and becomes a square. So I have y, okay, let's open out the bracket, y squared minus 8y plus 16 plus 25 equals to 169. So by the time you write this in a proper equation, 16 plus 25 minus 169 will give us minus 128 equals to 0. So use your calculator. You can either use your completing the square method, you can use a formula method, you can also use a factorization method, or simply use your calculator. Our values for y will be y equals to minus 8 and y equals to 16. So we can write our coordinates here. So write out our coordinates. Our coordinates would be 0, minus 8 or 0, 16. Okay. Any question on that? I hope that is clear. You can play it over again. The next question says, find the equation of line L. Give your answer in the form y equals to mx plus c. So this is the line. In this case, you're not given the coordinates. When you're not given the coordinates, you're expected to pick your own coordinates. Pick 2 points that you can easily read the coordinates. So I'm going to pick this. I have this as minus 4, 4. I can also pick this point just for me to get my gradient, and this point is 4, 0. So I'm going to use that to find my gradient. Gradient is y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. y2 is, I'm going to use this as 1 and this as 2. So y2 is 0, y1 is 4. 0 minus 4, x2 is 4, and x1 is minus 4. So this is going to give us 0 minus 4 over 4 plus 4. This is minus 4 over 8, and that's minus 1 over 2. So that's our gradient. Y equals to minus 1 over 2x plus c. Now we don't need to use any points to calculate the value of our c. We can actually get our c from the graph. Remember, the um, c simply means the y-intercept. So this is the point where the line is crossing the y-axis. So we can simply write that as y equals to minus 1 over 2x plus 2. And that's the answer. If it is quite difficult to read this point, let's assume that the point is not really that distinct that you could read the value easily. You can substitute the value of x and y into this equation, then you find your c.